What's up, guys? Today I want to show you this awesome Excel workbook that can help save you a lot of time and tedious work when sending out your invoices or reports to customers every month. So this workbook can help you do that with just a few clicks. So first, I'm going to show you guys how my folders are structured so you can get a sense of how all this information is pulled into the workbook and how we can filter out to select what we want to send. So if I bring over my folders, you can see I have, right now I'm in the school year's folder, 2020, 2021. And within this folder, I have all the states that we're responsible for sending the billing for. So I would want to select, say, Maryland. Then within Maryland, we have the invoices folder, which holds all the invoices that are getting sent to the customers every month. So now we have all the folders that separate out all the customers. So this is all the customers we have to send from Maryland on a monthly basis. So within this customer folder, we have it separated again by month. So normally before this Excel workbook, we would have to go into each one of these customers, go into the month we want to send, attach these invoices to an email, type out the body of the email, type in the contact, all that information to send out to one single email, and then we would have to go back and do that again for every single one of these customers. And that's only for a single state. So you can see how that could take a lot of time and can definitely be tedious. So now if we go back to the workbook, I can show you guys how all that information gets pulled in here and how we can select what we want to send and get all the invoices out to the customers within the matter of a couple minutes. So first you would want to input your folder path to files. So you can see I have that I'm leading up to this current school year. So then this will generate all the files that are within this file path that you input up here. So I already have that input, so I'm just going to hit refresh folder path. It's going to get us the most up-to-date files that are on my computer. It essentially is taking a screenshot of everything and bringing it all here so you can filter out what you want to send. So it looks like it's done loading. Now, depending on how much data you have, that could sometimes take a minute or two if you're uploading a lot of new data. So now you can see this is thousands and thousands of files that are within this file path. But we want to select out what we want to send specifically right now. So this is where we're able to filter out all the folders that we want to send. So say we want to go back to that Maryland folder. We want to send all the invoices for all these customers in Maryland. Now you can select individual ones or unselect some of these if you didn't want to send specific ones by doing a control click. Now this particular folder isn't a customer folder, so we're going to do a control click and unselect that. So now that we have all what we want to send selected, we're going to go over to the next folder, which is the month. So now we can select which month we want to send. So we go to June RSY, and that's going to generate all the files that are within Maryland for June. And now since all those invoices are saved, there's no more folders after this, so we don't have to filter anymore. But if we wanted to select individual files within those folders, we could do that as well. If we wanted to unselect any of these for whatever reason, we could do that, but we're going to leave them all selected. Once you have everything selected of what you want to send at the time, you'd go over to Send Invoices tab and input a couple pieces of information. So first you're going to input month and year. So we selected, we wanted June RSY. Now this cell is strictly just to customize the subject put into each of the emails. So whatever you input here is going to be into the subject line. So the subject is going to automatically default to say the customer name, the month, and it defaults to say billing. Now we can get that subject changed to be whatever you want if you wanted to say something else. So now we're going to go back to the second cell, which is folder path number of customer name on folder and file data tab. So if we go back to this first tab and scroll over, we want to find which folder path number holds all the customer names. So the biggest thing for this workbook to function correctly and work for you is to at least have all the invoices saved within these customer folders. So you can tell the workbook where to bring in all of the emails. So my folder path is 12 for where my customer folders are. So yours might be structured different, and it could be a 9 or 10 or wherever you have them. So we're going to put 12 here. Now, with these two pieces of information entered, we can now hit paste select files from folder and file data. So that's going to bring over all the data and organize it so it's all ready to send. So now we literally could just hit send emails, and it's going to send all the attachments for all the customers that we filtered out on this last tab. So let's go through and show what it brought in. So it brought in all those customers, all those customer folders. That's what came here. So then based on this customer name, it's able to pull in the email for this particular customer. And the email is brought in from this master list, customer contacts. When you get this workbook, you'll just have to generate the customer names exactly how they're read on your folders. And then you enter the email address where you want the invoices to get sent. Now, if there's multiple emails, you want to just separate them with a semicolon, and you can put multiple emails here as well. If we go back to send invoices, it gave us the email, and then we talked about before how it generates the subject, the customer name, the month that's input up here, and billing. If we want to get that changed, we can. And then this is where it brings in and references all the files within each of those customer folders within the month that we specified. So you can see it brought in, some of them have 3 invoices, some only have 2. You can send up 20 files for each email. Now, if we bring in this folder again, I can show you guys where that brought it in. So Anne Arundel and June, you can see each of these 2 invoices are referenced right here. So I'll unselect that. And this is all ready to send. Now, if for whatever reason you wanted to skip a particular line that got brought over and you didn't want to send, say, Calvert County, all you have to do is just put skip in this first line, and it won't send this particular email. And you can do that for whichever ones you don't want to send. And then if you wanted to customize the body of the email, you can see right here, it defaults to say, hi all, please see attached invoices for processing. Please let us know if you have any questions or concerns. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And then you have your signature line, which you can update when you get it too. So whatever you put here, it's going to end up in the body of the email. So now that we have all this brought in, just from filtering out this previous tab, we can send the emails. So these are fake emails just to show you guys how I can bring them in based on each customer. So I'm going to put my email so I can show you guys how it can all come in when it gets sent. So we updated all the emails. And now if we hit send emails, it's going through each one of these lines and sending each email. But it's going to skip Calvert County because we have skip here. And it gives you a message box that says emails have been sent. So now if I bring over my emails, you can see them all start to come through. And if we go into one of them, Falls Church, June 2021, RSY billing, whatever we had in that text box is right here, and it has the attachment that's within that customer. And that's for every single one of these. Talbot, June 2021, RSY billing. Worcester, every attachment's customized for this individual customer. And all that just within a few clicks, and we were able to send all those invoices. And you can send a lot more in one click if you wanted, if you had filtered out more. I could have selected more states that I wanted to send at the same time as Maryland. Now, if you wanted to manually adjust any of the emails here like we did, so you can see we manually input my email here just to show you guys emails come through. But now the next time you wanted to use this spreadsheet, you might want the emails to come back through, and we want them to generate based on the customer name again. All we'd have to do is hit reset formulas, and it's going to reset the formula so it'll bring in the emails, and it resets all these formulas. So again, if we customize the subject to say something else and we just wanted to say billing or something, didn't want it to say the customer name, whatever you manually input here, that's what's going to send on the email when you hit send emails. But if the next time you want it to default to say the normal naming convention, you would just hit reset formulas and it'll bring it back. So you can see it's very dynamic, and you can make it however you want it to work for you. And the only requirements for this to function on your computer is you want to have Excel version greater than 2016, and you have to have the Microsoft Outlook app downloaded onto your computer. If you have both of those things and you'd like to use this workbook, please reach out to me and I can get you guys set up as soon as possible. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.